and welcome back to Sports the NEMO Way, the 1980s NBA edition, where we'll be talking about the greatest duos of the 80s, and hopefully come to a consensus on the two greatest duos of the 80s. All five of us are here this week again. Look at us. We're just on a roll. And I think that's all the news I have. Let's get started. Drew, who is one of your duos for the 1980s?
Well, I'll do this one so Dad can do his. He'd rather say the other one. My duo is Larry Bird and Kevin McHale.
I have them as well.
Son of a bitch.
You did it, Uncle Doug. Woo. I did.
I don't have them.
What?
I don't either. So that's 3 out of 5? Do you have them, Wade?
No.
Okay, so that's 2 out of 5. Okay.
That's wild. No way.
I gotta tell a story. Okay, I gotta tell a story. So Wade and I were texting back and forth about this, this, and we're like, and I told him, I was like, I'm just gonna avoid an argument with Uncle Doug, and I'm gonna put Parrish on there instead of McHale.
So we agreed to do Parrish.
Yeah.
So you guys just want to change?
So I was just like, all right, well, I'm gonna put Parrish with Bird, and then we don't have to argue about it. And then and then Uncle Doug puts McHale on.
Well, Dad and I were talking about it. I was like,
Thought about Parrish.
we thought, I was like, well, just do Kevin for once.
We know how much Doug hates Kevin McHale, so we're like, why don't we just avoid it? Because there's another Hall of Famer right there. We'll just snatch up Parrish.
I thought I was doing the right thing. When you said
like,
McHale,
oh.
I was like, oh, his dad's gonna be pissed, and Uncle Doug's like, me too. What?
Oh man!
Hey, oh my
funny.
God.
I don't have to like him to give him credit, you know.
That's too good.
That's funny.
That's hilarious.
The way it worked out is honestly kind of funnier.
Yeah, because I thought we'd be unanimous.
I
That's what I thought.
guess we'll work it out here in a little bit.
Yeah, well.
Well, do you guys want to talk about Bird and McHale for a minute? I don't even have them written down.
Oh, well.
I got the numbers if you want me to read them off.
I'll read the accolades. Well, they won 3 titles together. Some people claim them as the most dominant team, the 1986 team of all time. Bird won 3 MVP. He's a Rookie of the Year. Kevin McHale won 2 Sixth Man of the Year awards. They were the second most dominant team of the decade. Them and the Lakers won 8 of the 10 titles. 8 of the 10 titles.
Yeah.
So they were second in the decade behind the Lakers. So, I mean, either of them or the Lakers made the finals every year. So, I thought for being the second most dominant team, I thought picked them as their duo. So,
Did you name their stats, Uncle Doug?
I was naming my accolades first, and he was going to. Yeah.
Bird averaged 24.6, 10, and 6.5. Had 3 MVPs and 3 all-defensive teams. McHale averaged 18.4, 7.5, and 1.8. 2 sixth-man, like Drew said, and like 5 all-defensive teams. They were together 9 years, 3 titles.
Yeah.
This is so stupid.
We'll just have to compare McHale and Parrish's stats, and we'll go with whoever has the better stats.
Yeah.
This is wild. We're defending Kevin McHale.
As long as Bird is in there,
Yeah, that was the big thing. Just getting Larry.
Yeah.
you got to get Larry in there.
Yeah. We can agree on that for sure.
Oh man, that's funny stuff.
It is. Like, I just, as soon as you said me too, I just looked at Wade like, motherfucker.
Hey, I can be reasonable.
All right.
I wasn't gonna put the pressure on you. I wasn't.
All right. So, so can we just go ahead and talk about Bird and Parrish then?
Just talk
Well,
about
I'm going to say I have them because I.
Oh, no.
You don't have Bird and Parrish either?
Would you put Daily Ainge?
Hold
You
on.
have
now.
Bird off.
Hold on.
Oh, no.
Hold on. Since they're making the episode weird, I'm going to make the episode
Oh
weird.
no.
So, no, I don't.
I know what he's doing. I think I know what Ray's going to do.
So, I'm not going to do it. I'm not putting them on.
We'll talk about Robert Parrish real quick. Talk about Chief.
Oh my goodness, yes, I do have their stats. they played together the entire decade. And Bird averaged 25, 10, and 6, 1 steal, 1 block on 50%. Parrish averaged 18, 10, and 1, and 1 block on 55% shooting. Obviously, Bird won the same 3 MVPs and 3 rings with Parrish that he did with McHale. So, yeah. And McHale didn't win any, MVPs or anything like that. He did make a couple All-NBA teams, though.
So that 2 of you then for Bird and Parrish.
Oh yeah, let me put that up there.
Oh gosh, right. Sure.
Oh, boy.
He's up. I mean, they're right here, but all right.
Here I go. I thought we'd be done.
Me too.
I really did. I thought we'd be done.
We talked last week about this being our perfect week.
Yeah.
Right.
We haven't even got through our first round yet. Well, Ray, who is your other duo?
Okay, so
It better not be.
I got a list of 5 here.
List of 5.
A list of 5. And yeah, I thought long and hard about Bird and Parrish, which I probably should have put on, but we're gonna get past this. So I'm gonna go with my number 2 pick from Detroit,
Oh no.
Okay.
Isaiah Thomas and Kelly Tripucka.
Kelly Tripucka?
Yeah,
No, I have Isaiah, but not with Tripucka.
Yeah, I looked at
No,
Isaiah.
not they didn't make my top 2.
that's only because Dumars came in late.
Yeah, they only spent 4
Well, what
years.
about
Yeah.
what about Lambier or Vinny Johnson?
I seen Tripucka. He was up there.
Try Puka.
Yeah.
This is weird. This can't be happening.
It's so great.
All
So
we had to do was just put McHale.
so
All
Tom
you guys had to do.
Fucked it up. Oh.
so Thomas's stats are for the 5 years they played
Talking about
together:
Trapuka right now.
20,
He should be done.
20 points, 3.8 rebounds, and 10.3 assists. And Kelly Tripucka had 21, 4, and 3.
He did. Yes.
He scored.
That's good
Was
numbers.
Tripucka on the title team?
No.
He left in 85, 86.
Yeah, he
that's
left
what he was.
What? What year did Isaiah come into the league?
81.
80, yeah,
They
180.
went to the late 80s, right?
No, they went like
Going into
89.
90?
Yeah, they won the last of the 80s and the first of the 90s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they got 2, but they were split the decades.
Yeah.
So yeah, since this is
I
how
didn't
the
see
episode.
this shit coming at all. I thought you were gonna say Thomas and Dumars.
Yeah.
I thought you might say Doc and Moses.
Right?
Well, when you were going to be weird, I thought you were going to say you put Magic with James Worthy.
Nope, it's about to get even weirder after this
Oh.
pick.
Oh boy.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Go with Samson and Olajuwon here in a minute.
not that one. But yeah, since this is how this episode is going to go, I thought I'd go ahead and follow the path here, and we're just going to make it crazy.
Well, Dad, do you want to say
He picked a white dude from Notre Dame.
that played in Detroit?
Oh.
Well, Dad, do you want to say yours? Because that's where I thought we were going to go. I thought I was going to say the Celtics. You were going to say the Lakers. Then we're all going to sing Kumbaya together.
Can we get the other one up there to see if it actually happens?
Oh, it's happening. It's happening.
Well, apparently it's not going to be unanimous.
No,
If I at least get 4.
This is going as shittily as possible.
I thought I'm like, dude, I thought we'd be done by now. We'd be done with MVPs.
Okay. All right.
All right, Dad.
Well, my number 1 duo for the 80s is Magic and Kareem.
Yeah,
That's
I also
fine.
have them.
Yeah. Dad's face.
They played all 10 years together, won 5 titles. Magic was 19.5, 7.4, and 11.2. Kareem was 20.6, 7.6, and 2.8. Magic got 2 MVPs. Kareem got 1. Kareem had 3 all defense, but like I said, 5 titles. 5 of the 10 titles went to them.
Yeah, they were the rulers of the decade.
So
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I don't even have anything to say. Ray, who's your other duo?
So before I get to this phenomenal pick, so
Phenomenal.
I'm going with the honorable mention from the Nuggets, Alex English and Calvin Nutt.
I looked up Alex English, but it was Kiki Van.
That's who I looked him up with. I didn't look
Kiki Van.
or even maybe Fat Lever, but not
Who? Yeah, Calvin Nutt. I can't remember. My handwriting's bad right there.
Please look.
So they
Better not be a triple single guy.
So okay, this is the honorable mention. So I'm just to speed up. They played for 5 years. Alex English was 27-4-4. Calvin Nutt was 17-6-2. But my second pick is from the Spurs. The Iceman and Mike Mitchell.
Iceman and Mike.
They played for,
Iceman by 84. Iceman was playing with Mike in Chicago. Was he? Did they play?
I got Iceman and Mike Mitchell 81-85.
Maybe I'm off on my year there, but I thought he played his rookie season with Mike. Isn't 84 his rookie season? More Jordan's, I mean. Oh, 85 was his first year in Chicago. Yeah, you're right.
So the Iceman for those 4 years was 26-4-2, and Mike Mitchell was 21-6-1.
I don't even know who Mike Mitchell is.
I mean, the duo stats are nice. I mean, I'm not gonna act like I know who the second guy is.
I don't know who Double M is.
Yeah.
I don't know Mike Mitch.
His name is Mitch the Stitch.
Baller.
Give me a hollow.
Does he have any accomplishments?
He made one All-Star game.
There we go. We can't all be all stars.
Why the hell are we talking about a guy named Mitchell?
What knows?
Why are we talking about anyone besides the Lakers and the Celtics?
It's very true.
We haven't had a wonky episode like this in a little while.
Yeah.
This is really throwing me off.
Well, you guys did it to yourselves.
We did.
Yeah. Mikhail and Parrish.
Is that our answer? We go with Mikhail and Parrish.
Leave Bird out.
Leave Bird out. Oh, God.
Talk about a first round exit. There's no perimeter defense.
You know, I thought about that the other day. I was like, should we have tried to go with guys that could actually play together? Because, like, Unseld and Hayes, not like they're going to be able to play.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, they're great players, but, like, neither one of them can dribble. Like, you know, like...
Probably going to be half court, though. You got to think about that.
Yeah.
So depending on what rules we put on place for the game, it's going to be a half court 2-on-2 game. So it'll be so you don't have to be able... Elfie can just back them down the whole time. And...
Also could just, do a long distance pass.
yeah, have Les be the point forward and just outlet it from half court.
Straight to Elvin in the post and do his fadeaway and kabam. Game, money, cash. Let's go.
Oh, man.
We got our boys back.
That's what I'm saying. They're making it out the first round.
All right, Ray. Do you want to fix any of this?
Yeah. So, listeners, I just throwing that out there. We all know who the top two duos of the 80s are. So, yeah, I'm going to put...
yeah. Obviously, we don't. We got 5 duos up here.
No, we know. I got to be honored from time to time. So, I'm going to take... I'll take puke my ass off here. And I'm putting him on the Parrish train.
Oh.
Well, this is the guy that had Parrish in his
Top
top
50.
all
That's
time.
true.
Yeah. I mean, Parrish and Bird I got on my list right here. So those were Parrish and Bird and then Magic Cream were the two I was going to put on.
Gotcha. I'll be just being completely honest. I really don't care between Mikhail and Parrish.
I don't either.
I
don't
don't
either.
We don't. We just thought that's what you guys are
I
doing.
like Parrish better.
I think we know that. Don't worry, we know.
We avoided it just thinking it was gonna be a good thing.
And I was trying to be nice.
Everyone did the opposite of what we thought we were gonna do.
We're unpredictable.
Oh man.
I think we even discussed this during the top 50 obviously quite a few times. McHale kind of has a higher peak couple years, but Parrish is a much more consistent level, really good player for a longer period of time. So really, it's just what you prefer. Longevity
I
of
think
the
the
higher
real
peak.
difference is because Parrish does have better stats during this, like over the whole thing. But I think really it's because Parrish had his first few years where he was trying to get used to the league in the 70s, and McHale actually had that in the 80s.
Yeah, he developed
right.
in the 80s. Yeah.
I guess whoever we want Larry Bird to play with, honestly. Whoever we think
That's what it comes down to.
Who do we think fits Larry's game better? Either way, it don't matter. He's not winning.
Wasn't Parrish that started the whole time?
He was, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's what came into my mind because I thought McHale came off the bench a couple seasons before they put him in the starting
That
lineup.
was a big part of Uncle Doug's argument.
More than just a couple,
He
right?
came off the bench for like, what was it, half?
More than half his games.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Because he won 2 6 players of the year, like his fourth or fifth league year in the league.
Well, I will switch from Kevin to Parrish with you guys.
Oh, we really had to twist your arm.
I know it's really hard to do, but I will do that.
Put me on that train.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
There
about.
we go.
This is ridiculous.
What we get for thinking about others. Give your opinion next time.
Look, we had a nice conversation, laughing, no feelings were hurt.
Yeah.
We all tried to, like, all right, well.
And then Kelly Tripucka and Calvin Nutt got a shout out.
Nat, by the way.
Nat.
He's never been in any of the documentaries, right?
It's true. It's true.
He's not one of the bad boys. He went to Notre Dame.
Where do you find him?
BasketballReference.com.
Okay. Just figured you
It's just, I mean, there for like 5 years, those two guys had the higher point totals, so that's what I was kind of watching.
I feel you. Really, the Spurs tandem he threw out there had really nice scoring numbers.
They just it
Yeah.
Yes, it didn't do nothing.
and it was only 4 years. Like,
Yeah. And I was really surprised they even found that Spurs tandem because I was like,
yeah,
Iceman was kind of by himself the whole
yeah.
rest
The
of
other
the
people
time.
I really thought it was like Doc and Moses
Yeah.
for. I'd like to see if Dominique had a teammate, but it wasn't.
He didn't have like one like super prominent one. He had some
No,
decent
yeah.
ones, but no one that was like
Clyde didn't really have anyone in Portland with him.
Yeah.
Again, the league's just kind of spread out. Like the Nuggets, they scored a lot. Kiki and Alex English, but again, they didn't win anything.
yeah.
Excuse me.
And with one of the bad boy Pistons championships going in the 90s, that kind of ruins their opportunity to sneak in there.
Both. I mean, it kind of hurts the teams that win at the beginning or the end of each decade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, unless you were together like for the rest of the decade or like before it. You know what I'm saying? Like, like Elvin and Unseld, they won theirs in '78, but they were together before.
Yeah.
So that, like,
Yeah.
that's hard when you're prominent powers switching decades.
Yeah. I kind of for this specific conversation, it can kind of throw a wrench into things.
So,
All right, gents. I think that wraps up our duo talk. Celtics and Lakers. For the third decade, we had those two teams as duos.
Yeah.
50s, 60s, and 80s.
Yeah.
oh yeah, I forgot we
I
put
think
my.
that's the last time we're going to see a Celtics team, at least for quite a long time.
Yeah. They got one decade left to pop up.
But, yeah. Anyway, let's move into MVP talk, which would be the 1989 MVP. Before we talk about who won and get into some nitty grittiness, there is a guy on this MVP list, that I
If
really
you
wanna
even
talk
if
about.
you even say his name, I
He
saw it
averaged-
earlier.
He averaged, he averaged 25 points, 8 rebounds,
He's
3
a
assists,
bum.
a steal.
A steal.
It's none other than Tom Chambers. Tom Chambers
I
on the
did.
MVP list here.
What's any first place votes?
No, he's number 9.
That's
He's
what I
number
thought.
9 in the MVP
That's what I
voting.
thought.
Tom Chambers busting ass
He
25
got
points a game.
20 votes. No first, but 20.
Who voted for this bum?
I don't know.
Do you want me to describe like the conversation that we had a couple months ago from like how I found this article that
Sure, go
led
for
me
it,
to
yeah.
this entire situation? All right, Uncle Doug, you're not gonna like this article.
Well, as soon as I saw who won, I'm like, Dad's not gonna like this.
The article I read was, and I'll tell you my opinion on it after I get through it. This guy had this article, and it said that Michael Jordan deserved all of Magic Johnson's MVPs.
Ooh.
And I was like, interesting. So I clicked on it. And
I mean, that does grab your attention.
yeah,
You know, like,
so I look at it. When I was looking at it, I thought 1 year you can't give it to Jordan. It was like Magic's best year, and the Bulls won like 39 games. So, and Magic averaged like 23, 8, and 12 or something. It was like his best overall season.
what
So,
what 3 years did Magic win the MVP? Because he won 89 and 90. What was the other year?
Well, he won the next one.
Yeah.
88, 89, 89. I don't remember what.
Does he
they
win
were.
3 in a row?
No, he
I don't
won
think
3 in a
so.
row.
Does he win one? He wins one in '87.
These are
Because
all.
isn't that when Pat tells him after they don't
Yeah,
make the
you're
finals
right.
in
It's-
'86?
It's 80s.
86, 87, he also.
Yeah, because that's the year they win their
Yeah.
next last
He's-
title.
He's 24
Against
points,
Celtics.
6 rebounds, 12 assists, and
Yeah.
a steal that year.
Now, Michael Jordan, I think, puts up insane numbers.
He
but
does.
But the Bulls suck.
Right, yeah, he does. Cause,
But he averages 37 points a game.
Yes.
That's what he does.
right, yeah.
But his other numbers are not stupid impressive like they are in the year we're getting ready to talk about.
Yes. Now, okay, I gotta make sure I got my shit right. Is this. There was
Well-
one year I emphasized. Is this one? The article again, okay, it's the 3. Magic wins 3 MVPs. I thought one. Magic definitely deserved to win the one. I thought there was a one MVP where you can make an argument. You can make a pretty good argument both ways. But again, the Bulls' record, there was still a decent gap in how good the teams were. The Lakers were still it wasn't as big a margin as that past year. Like the Bulls were decent, but they weren't like on the Lakers level. But the stat game was interesting because Jordan was doing crazy things.
Mhm.
And then another MVP, one of the 3, I did lean a little more towards Jordan.
well, the
but-
next year after the one we're talking about, Jordan's not even second.
Yeah, Barkley is.
Barkley's second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But that's what the article this that I read that prompted this entire thing. I don't remember which. MVP
There's
it
actually a
was.
YouTube channel that went back and redid all the MVPs for all of NBA history and Finals MVPs.
Mhm.
And it's actually really interesting. Like, he brings up a lot of really good. You have to have a long time 'cause it's like hours long video, but like it's really interesting to hear all the cases and everything.
Yeah.
But anyway, now that Wade's said that, let's go over some stats here so we just know what we're talking about here. Magic, like mentioned, won the MVP this year, averaging 22 points, 8 rebounds, and 12 assists and a steal on 51% shooting. And for information, the Lakers won 57 games that year.
And they win the title.
Yeah. And then MJ comes in second. By the way, they each received a half a vote. How does that work?
yeah, that's weird.
Did somebody write both of them down?
Well, at this point,
Joe
it's
MVP.
at this
so, I don't know.
at this point, it's the media now.
Yeah, it's the media now for sure.
I don't know.
Anyway, so Michael averages 32 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, and 3 steals on 53% shooting.
Yeah. Now is this season where what's the Bulls' record this year? Like I can't quite remember all the details.
47.
They won 47 games.
Mhm.
Okay. So I thought there was a year where they were better, but they still didn't quite win as many as the Lakers, but it was closer.
Yeah, the next year they win 55 games, but that falls into the 90s.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, so this is the year where he ran the point for a while, correct?
Yeah.
That's why, because he has the
He puts up all the triple doubles.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what was it? Was his 32, 8, and 8?
32, 8, and 8 with 3 steals.
53.
53%.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think if this was the year that I was leaning Jordan or if it's the other one, but it might be this one. I don't honestly I can't remember off the top of my head.
Well,
yeah.
basically rebounds you throw out.
Yeah,
There's-
they're
there's
8 and 8.
7.9 and 8.0.
Yeah.
But Michael outscores him by 10 points, and Magic has almost 5 assists more.
Yeah.
It's
But did Mike make the all-defensive team this year? I think that was part of the article that I read. So it was talking about defense for a little while.
I don't know that Magic made any all defense.
I don't think he did. This is the 88-89. He went first team all defense, first team all NBA, and came in 5th in defensive player of the year. This is the year after he won defensive player of the year.
Okay.
Because the year before this, he was MVP and defensive player of the year.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, one of the first things I did think of Uncle Doug was, wow, Uncle Doug would really not like this article.
Well, I mean, I remember back in the day when, Jordan, if you actually went with who the best player was on stats, Jordan gets a lot more MVPs.
Yeah.
That's just
His
just
80s
the way it
numbers
was.
are insane.
Mm-hmm.
The numbers he
they
put up
are.
in the 80s are gnarly.
they're crazy.
But he doesn't win it.
Well, you said the one year he averaged 37.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't see that.
And it 32, 8, and 8, and 3 back then is a little, I don't know.
When you think about it, this is where things get a little out of control when you think of it like this. We see guys average 32 today. Like there was probably 4 guys in the league that averaged 32 this year.
Like Luka pretty much duplicated his stat line this year
yes,
without the defense.
but I want you to think about this. He averaged 32, and his team probably averaged 85.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're not scoring 140 points, 130 points every night.
You can't when you're having a bad night shooting, like
I was actually way off on that. They actually averaged 106.
106.
Still, that's not as much as we
I
average
honestly don't
today.
know what they average today, but I would guess it's more than 106. But yeah,
So
the game is just different. It's played different. There's different rules in play. We've talked about this a million times. We don't need to rehash it. And things were just a little more rugged and physical back then than they are now. And there wasn't a lot of 3-point shooting. There wasn't as much foul baiting. Foul baiting wasn't as easy when you're having a bad night. You couldn't just go get 12 easy points from the line like Harden or sorry, Drew. Luka does it sometimes too.
Oh yeah, no, he does.
But I just know you like Luka.
LeBron.
LeBron. Honestly,
A lot of the league does it. Austin Reeves does it.
yeah, a lot of the superstars do it. From time to time. Well, most of the time. But
that's part of the reason we struggle when we go play in the Olympics and in FIBA.
Yeah.
It's because we're trying to foul bait, and the refs are looking at us like, we're not giving you that.
Damian
so
Lillard
keep playing.
sucked ass in the last Olympics. If Kevin Durant didn't go nuts and set the all-time Olympic scoring record in the process, he would have, Damian Lillard shot 33% from the field.
Dude, look,
it was terrible.
They don't even want Embiid to play.
It's
Because all Embiid does is
Right.
throw his arm in there and go, "Why didn't you call a foul?"
Yeah.
And then they're down dunking at the other end. He's pouting. They benched him for 3 games.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was and he's like a 270-pound behemoth.
Yeah.
He's 7'2", 300 some pounds.
Yeah,
there's no way he's below 300 pounds.
I don't know. He's huge. Is my point
Right,
though.
yeah.
No, I was just saying, just in general, they list some of these guys' weights, some of these ginormous humans. You think Shaq only weighed 300 pounds or 315? Embiid is a ginormous human. I bet he weighs a great deal over 300 pounds.
I'd
He's
say about
what,
330, 340.
Yeah, and it's 7'2", isn't he?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. He's huge. He should be muscling his way to the basket and getting easy buckets frequently, no matter who's on the court.
Yeah.
Because he's skilled enough and he's strong enough to do it.
If you told me, hey, in the Serbia game, he didn't push Joker around and get a bunch of easy baskets, I'd be like, okay, but what about the rest of the world?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He played against this tall white guy none of us have ever heard of.
Or Brazil today. Can't even name a Brazil basketball player.
Brazil doesn't have a single NBA guy.
Yeah. He should be dominating.
But I watched that game today, and the Eagle guy kept saying something about that one guy in Brazil used to be Wade's teammate or something.
Yeah, they have 2 ex-NBA players.
Oh, X. Okay.
Yeah, that
Okay.
you played in the league before. I think who was it? It's Carlos Arroyo.
Yeah.
Or Leonardo Barbosa. maybe, or
No,
I remember him.
Yeah.
what Barbosa was playing?
I don't know if he's playing, but
Oh.
he used to play for them because he was from Brazil.
Oh,
He was
Him and
actually really good.
Nene were both from Brazil.
Oh yeah, old Nene.
Barbosa was a pretty damn good player there for a little
He
bit.
was. Yeah.
He got after it. He was like on the Suns and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He was good.
And
I
he
hope
was
he
on.
gets
He was on at least one, if not two or three, of the Warriors championship teams.
I think he was one of their key reserves off the bench.
Mm.
yeah, at
Rick
least,
and
yeah,
one
they're
of their
early on. He
veteran
was.
backups in the early stages, I think.
Oh, I just want to point this out. I don't think he's the MVP or anything, but Barkley come in sixth in this MVP voting here. But he averaged 25, 12, and 4 on 58% shooting.
That's what happens when you play with the greatest player of all time and the greatest point guard of all time. Yeah. The 80s is actually a pretty unbelievable era when you think about all the greats that went through there. The guys that played all the way through it, or at least played through like half of it. It's actually pretty fucking remarkable. Like
Yeah.
even guys that you credit with they're known for the 90s. They played a long time in the 80s. Olajuwon, Jordan, Stockton, Barkley,
Alone.
Malone. A lot of those guys spent a lot of time in the 80s getting their ass beat by Bird and Magic and Dr. J and Moses.
Oh, Drexler.
Yeah. And then once Bird and Magic left, then they took their turn to who was going to be the top dog of the next decade. And unfortunately for most of them, it was one guy.
Yeah.
That put a damper on the party.
It's kind of crazy. Like I think we've talked about this before too, but it's kind of crazy to think about. Like Jordan dominated that decade, but he left for 2 years, and you'd think like, oh, we're gonna see two different teams win it, and it's gonna be and that one person just completely dominated those 2 years, and then Jordan came back and took back over.
Yeah,
I think it's wild we never saw Michael and Olajuwon play. Like Olajuwon could not get back
Yeah.
when Jordan was there. I mean, not like Jordan had anything to do with it. He was on the other side.
Right.
But I think that's crazy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can be like, oh well, Ewing wasn't getting there because he was losing to Mike.
Right.
You know.
And the Pacers.
Say what?
And the Pacers.
Well, that,
The Pacers were very good, bro.
yes.
Very, very good throughout parts of the 90s.
But it's like, Olajuwon and David Robinson just had to get through each other. I mean, essentially.
Then they had Malone and Stockton.
And Malone,
Yeah.
Stockton, and Peyton and Kemp, and those guys beat them.
Yeah.
And Barkley the one year.
Well, Kevin Johnson and Barkley is a pretty nasty count with Dan Marley.
Mhm.
That's a pretty nasty trio for the 90s. I mean, Kevin Johnson, like we found out that one episode a long time ago, was killing people. Like 22 and 10 for like 3-4 years in a row.
He had a good
Like, he
stretch
was-
there.
I always knew he was good. I never knew he was that good until that episode we talked about him. I
he
guess
was
I
good.
I just never deep dove into Kevin Johnson.
Right. Right.
And it turned out he was absolutely amazing. And then, of course, Charles Barkley, everyone knows how good he is. But, yeah. It's just
Well,
funny how things play out sometimes.
What do we think here on the MVP?
This year, I do lean a smidge bit towards Jordan. I'll be honest. Mainly, I think the main stat stuff, they're equal. They each have their advantages. But the defensive stuff, I think, gives Jordan a slight edge. And Magic does have a little bit of a better team, but I don't think was it quite as big a difference this year as it was the other year? I can't remember what the Lakers
What was
won.
that? Michael and
There's 10 games difference.
10 games? Yeah. I mean, that's a decent difference. But
Who was on the Lakers team? Was it like Worthy and Kareem's last stand? and-
Yeah. I got you. I got to pull up. Yeah. Kareem, Tony Campbell, Michael Cooper, AC Green, Jeff Lamp, Mark McNamara, David Rivers, Byron Scott, Michael Thompson, Orlando Woolridge, and James Worthy.
Okay.
Would this have been the year that Worthy averaged a bunch of points? Or it's one of his higher seasons. He averaged 20 this year. And one season, Byron Scott leads them in scoring. So it might have
Scott
been.
can score.
is that later when they're like when it's kind of like that next era of Lakers when Magic's right at the end of Magic? Doesn't he? He wins like an MVP later and loses to Jordan in the finals.
This is Byron Scott's second highest scoring season.
Okay.
The season before this is his highest. 87-88 is his highest scoring season. Yeah.
I don't know. Of course, also we're talking about the MVP race of that season. At that point, Magic is. Wait, he wins that year, right? And is that his what?
Second.
No, I mean we said earlier he won the championship that year, right?
Does he?
No, this is 89. This is the Pistons.
Oh, it's 89. Okay. Was it? Sorry, we've talked about too many years.
Right? And the
This is the
Pistons?
88, 89. So yeah, with Pistons.
88, 89. Okay.
Yeah, I think
Because since 89
Was the earlier
MVP,
MVP
it'd be
that we're
89
talking
championship,
about,
which would
that
be
the
the
year he won?
Pistons.
Yeah, his first MVP season he
Okay,
won.
never mind. I was thinking of that one. My bad.
He won the championship his first year, and then he lost to Detroit, and then he lost to the Bulls in the finals 2 other years he won MVP.
I got you.
Yeah, and they lost to the same team. Detroit beat the Bulls in the Eastern Conference Finals and the Lakers in the finals.
Yeah, because these are bad boys years when they're beating up on Michael. And Scotty's being a little pussy.
is this would be the migraine year, wouldn't it?
And
Is that the first or
Because
second year?
next year he wins, right?
No, the next year the Pistons won again. They beat the Trailblazers.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. So is it this year or next year that's the migraine game?
I don't remember which year is the migraine year.
Yeah.
Because one year, don't they like sweep them, and then the next year it goes 7 and Scotty has a migraine?
Okay,
Or
so
some-
Drew, did you say a slang term for vagina?
Yeah.
You're growing up so well.
Like what? Put them on.
we
Yeah, put on your glasses.
can't do it.
Gotta put the glasses on. Yeah.
the Pistons beat the
more
Bulls. The Pistons beat the Bulls in 6 games in this series. And then they swept the Lakers. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, Dad wasn't happy about that. Because I think they sweep the Trailblazers next year.
Did they really sweep both of their finals appearances?
I think so.
Wow.
I think.
Yeah, I don't remember.
And Pippen does not play in this game 6 of the final game. So yeah, this would have been the migraine game.
Wow.
Yeah, the 1990 Eastern Conference Finals.
I thought. Does Pippen sit out the entire migraine game, or does he
He
try?
plays 1 minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it says here in the 1990 Eastern Conference, Pippen suffered a severe migraine at the start of the game 7, then picked his play, and he made only one of his 10 field goal attempts.
So is it no back spasms against the Jazz? Well, it had him listed as 1 minute.
Well, Scotty does Scotty things like this all the time in big games, so let's be real.
Yeah, Scotty doesn't know.
But he's really the greatest player of all time.
Yeah.
Everybody just liked Jordan better.
MJ's his Pippen.
Yeah.
That's some bullshit, man.
By the way, since we were talking about it, in this season, with 22 votes for MVP, is none other than Kevin Johnson with 20 points and 12 assists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine being Scottie Pippen though, and thinking, whenever anyone in the world is the second best player on a really good team, they're called the Pippen of their team, but he thinks he's the GOAT. Being the second best player on a team is universally named after him, and
Yeah.
he thinks he's the greatest player of all time.
Batman Jordan, Robin Pippen.
Yeah,
I mean, that's really what people
those are the two
think.
things that people compare. Yeah,
You're either the Robin or you're the Pippen.
yeah.
They're the greatest sidekicks.
Yep.
That's right. Nobody calls you Aqualad. You know, I mean,
Not Aqualad.
Oh my!
all right. Well, I think I think I'm gonna go with Wade here. I think I give the slight edge to Mike here on this one. Uncle Doug, what are your thoughts?
He's pondering.
I'll go with slight edge, but I'm going to slight edge the other one.
Oh, okay, all right.
I respect it. I respect it. I do the same thing if it was Peyton Manning.
Drew, Ray.
Gotta give it to Mike. He's got 4 stats out of there, you know.
I give you my answer. Just look at me. Everyone, look at me. I'm
Well,
smiling.
you also had your tongue stuck out, so I
Nuh-uh.
wasn't sure there.
Nope, not like this.
That's good stuff. I mean, let's be honest here, guys. I mean, we just gave him his trophy. I mean, it's called the Michael Jordan
Right,
Trophy.
yeah.
I mean,
No, it is an incredibly close.
It is.
Yeah.
Picking either one of them is not a bad pick at all.
Yeah. Well, and pretty much any of those years, you could have given the MVP to Mike.
Oh, that ain't.
I
good.
mean, like you said earlier, his stats were just crazy good.
If you want me to be honest with you, Wade, that's not where I thought you were going to go with the article. I thought you were going to go with they knew he had AIDS before that, and they gave him the MVP because they knew his career was over.
Oh God, no.
That's what I thought. That's where I really thought they were going in this article.
Well, this guy just thought Michael Jordan deserved all three, and I got to looking into it. And like I said, I don't think Michael deserved all three of them, but there was one or two of the years. It's an interesting conversation.
Yeah.
Well,
I
I-
mean, looking at the numbers, yeah, I'd
Yeah.
say that.
I just want to point this out. In Michael Jordan's rookie season, not his second year, his fifth year, his rookie season, he averaged 28, 6, and 6.
Pretty gnarly.
It's a nice year. Is he all NBA?
He was second team All NBA,
Yeah.
and of course, rookie of the year.
I hope so.
I would hope.
Then his second year is the year he broke his leg.
Yeah.
And then he comes back and is like 37, 5, and 4. Then he's 35, 5, and 6. And then he's 32, 8, and 8. Then he's 33, 7, and 6. Then he's 31, 6, and 5. Then he's 30, 6, and 6. Then he's 32, 6, and 5. And then he retired.
Wow.
So,
We'll see him next week.
yes, we will. Yes, we will. And if we don't, if he's not unanimous, if that is not unanimous, we have done something wrong.
This week, you never know. Rodman might come up.
Well, Scotty doesn't want to be Robin, so I guess I'll pick Batgirl. I'm going with Dennis Rodman instead.
No, I think Batgirl is Horace Grant.
They could play better together because in the tournament, Scotty might get a migraine or his back might spasm up. I can't take that chance.
Having Rodman in a 3-on-3 tournament would be, or a 2-on-2 game would be awesome. Rodman would just terrorize everyone while
Yeah.
Jordan shot the ball every time, and Rodman would get all the rebounds.
You know they're not calling as many fouls in 2-on-2.
Hell no.
He
Rodman's
can't
gonna
foul
do
out
it.
probably either.
I think Robin's or
Oh no!
I think Robin's more like a Nightwing because Horace Grant's more like a Batgirl.
That's fair enough. Fair enough.
Insult my guy Nightwing? What are we talking about here?
Well, you want Horace
Phil
Grant as
Jackson's
Nightwing? 'Cause
Alfred.
I wouldn't.
He said Nightwing was better than Batgirl, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. He said Nightwing's superior to Batgirl.
Oh, okay, my bad.
He said
Calm
Rodman,
down
I was
over
only
there.
half paying attention. I was
he said
reading
Rodman's
stuff.
like Nightwing and Horace Grant's like Batgirl.
And Alfred is Phil Jackson.
Yep.
That works.
Master Bruce, do you need some tea?
Fuck you, Triangle Alfred.
And I guess Jerry Krause is what Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Poor Commissioner Gordon.
Poor guy.
That's terrible.
All right, we need to quit this. Well, we appreciate you listening to our 1980s episode. And if you can do simple, basic math, we're going to do the 90s next week, guys. And we hope you tune in for that one.
If you can do math.
And you don't even have to do math. Just listen. Just
Yeah.
listen. But we would also appreciate you rating, reviewing, emailing at...
Sports the NEMO Way at gmail.com.
I don't think we've got an email in a while. Somebody email us.
Yeah. Actually, I don't think I've checked it in a while, I'll be totally honest, so maybe I ought to do that.
You should do that, Ray. You should do that. And thanks for tuning in to Sports the NEMO Way.